If you're like me, then you've been patiently awaiting the 2025 Ioniq 5 hitting dealer lots here in the United States. Hyundai had originally promised that they would be hitting dealer lots before the end of the year, but at this point it doesn't seem like that promise is going to be met. I've heard from multiple dealers the new ETA, so in today's video we're going to talk about it. Hey everyone, it's the Ioniq Guy. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm Corbin. I cover all things Hyundai, Kia, Genesis, EV related. So if you've been watching the channel for a while, then you know that I own a 2022 Hyundai Ioniq 5 and I am planning on trading it in for the refreshed 2025 Ioniq 5. I'm not talking about the Ioniq 5N, I'm talking about the standard Ioniq 5. A few months ago, Hyundai did say before the end of the year, it was going to be built at the new Meta plant in Georgia here in the United States. So it's going to be built on American soil, and that means shipping should be much quicker than coming all the way from Korea. Once they're built here in the US, they're just going to get loaded onto a train and shipped to the various locations around the country. Now, I was really hoping that they were going to meet that promise of before the end of the year, but it doesn't sound like that's going to happen, but we don't have to wait too much longer. So I've heard from multiple dealerships now, and on my Facebook group, Justin Kelly, who runs the Cars Made Simple YouTube channel, he has access to their inventory system or something. He says that they now have VIN numbers assigned to these cars that are being allocated to the various dealerships, and from what I've heard, it sounds like mid to the end of January is when the first cars are going to start hitting the dealer lots. On top of this, I've also heard that there are still 2024 Ioniq 5s at the port that still need to go to the dealerships. So Hyundai isn't likely going to send out 2025s until all the 2024s have been distributed to the various dealerships. Now, we don't know 100% if these 2024s are still at the port and not getting delivered in the next couple weeks. The Christmas holiday might throw those deliveries off, so it could end up being closer to the end of January before we start seeing them, but that's just pure speculation on my part. Now, I am eagerly awaiting. I can't wait to get that 2025. I did get to check one out at the LA Auto Show in person. I saw the XRT, which is that new off-road focused Ioniq 5, and I got to sit in the 2025 Limited trim. I just really like the new layout of the center console. CCNC software on it looks a lot better. Now, what's completely unknown is what pricing is going to look like. Are we going to see markups at dealers? It's possible, because from what I've heard, they've only gotten one car per dealership, at least here in the Northeast. I don't know about other states, but it sounds like it might be kind of a slow rollout from the new plant in Georgia, which is unfortunate. But it's totally understandable. A new factory with new employees building a new car that hasn't been produced for that long in other countries. It's just bound to happen that there's going to be delays. There might be production issues. There might be quality issues. So that might ultimately be what's leading to this delay, but I don't know for sure. It'll be really interesting to see how quality looks compared to my 2022 Ioniq 5. Now, if you guys didn't see, about a month ago, I put out a video with everything you need to know about the 2025 Ioniq 5, including pricing, range estimates, and what the various trims look like. So if you haven't already seen that, click that button up there. Check that out. It's going to have a lot more information. And then I have videos from months and months ago when the Ioniq 5 refresh was first announced with a lot of the smaller changes that were announced. So those will be in the description if you want to check those out. I still don't know what trim I'm going to get. When I was at the LA Auto Show, honestly, the XRT off-roading trim kind of caught me off guard how much I actually liked it seeing it in person. I'll still probably go with the normal Ioniq 5 though, but if that's all I can get, I honestly might take it. With the changing administration, we don't know what incentives are going to be like, because right now Hyundai passes along the $7,500 tax credit as a capital cost reduction when you lease one of these cars. And if the new administration in the US here decides to get rid of that, that could really make lease prices a lot more expensive. Like when the 2022 Ioniq 5 first went on sale, the leases were awful. At that time, buying with a low interest rate loan was much more appealing than paying upwards of $1,000 per month to lease a $45,000, $50,000 car. It just made no sense. So there's a lot up in the air right now, but with the car going on sale right around the time that the new administration starts here in the US, there's going to be a lot to learn in the next 4 to 6 weeks. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to keep this video pretty short and sweet. Let me know down in the comment section, are you guys waiting until January to pick up a 2025, or are you going to go out and try and get one of these cheap lease deals? I've definitely seen in the comments a lot of people are saying the 2025 is nice and all, but these really cheap leases are just too tempting and they're just much more within budget. So anyway, guys, if you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up. Check out my store, ioniqguy.com, for accessories for your Hyundai, Kia, or Genesis EV, including the walkaway door lock module, which has over 120 5-star reviews now. Basically, you shut all the doors on the car and 10 seconds later, they all lock. You don't have to worry about the door handles staying popped open and people going into your car and rummaging through things. So check that out if you're interested. Consider becoming a channel member for as little as 99 cents per month. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.